Madam First Lady, thank you very much for joining us on World Business.
Welcome, thank you.
You have gathered here more than a dozen First Ladies from all around the world here in Malaysia for the First Ladies Summit. What are the objectives of this summit? What are your goals?
I feel that each country will have their own peculiar problems, depending on the continent, which part of the world you come from. Some countries may be suffering from malnutrition of the children, diseases that the children are facing, birth rates, death rates, and other social problems. And we will find a common problem probably which are faced by all the countries or by the First Ladies in their respective countries. Probably that would be our priority. And later on, we will talk about problems peculiar to each country, depending on the seriousness of the problems in their own respective countries.
You've made assisting and fostering gifted and talented children one of your top priorities. Can you talk a little bit about some of these initiatives?
Our gifted children are really our important asset. You cannot sort of detect a gifted child unless you have exams. I took a quick trip to Johns Hopkins University. Always got a department, a center for talented youth. So, they gave me all the briefings and they said, what are the programs that they have? How do they do it? Who are the children? How do they conduct their exams? And I worked together with our national university. So they formulated a program. We started at first with summer camps. So we did that. They help us a lot. We form a joint venture, and then they say, oh, it got, the university says it's going to cost us 3 million. I said, no, go ahead, it's worth it, investing in these gifted children. Then I thought, hey, why don't we have a gifted school? And we managed to get about 60 million ringgit. So we have built a gifted school that should start early next year.
But you also work with musically talented children, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
After I've gone through that, I said, hey, we also have got talented children in music, in dancing. I said, why waste them? At least if we have got programs like this, there's somewhere for them to go to develop their talents. So we formed this a program for talented children for music, dancing, and also singing. So we've got a choir now. We have got an orchestra.
Girls in particular, though, are being marginalized in some Muslim countries. What are you doing to address that here at the summit?
In Malaysia, we don't have problems like that. Girls are encouraged to go to school, they are encouraged to further their education. In fact, in our universities, most of our universities, there are more girls than boys. It may be a problem in other Muslim countries where they were more strict about their girls, but I find that they're beginning to come out. When I visited the Middle East, I spoke to the ladies there. I can see that there are more and more women coming out, doing business, going to universities. I can see that it's a changing phenomena. It's a changing scenery. The ladies are coming out. But what is interesting is that they said, we want to be modernized. We do not want to be westernized.
What is the role of the First Lady in the 21st century? How effective can they be?
I think the role of First Ladies are changing now. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, the First Lady is only supposed to stand beside the husband, or even 3 steps behind the husband. But as women are getting more and more educated, that role is not relevant anymore. Why don't we give a little bit back to the society? If you can give more, it's so much the better. And to me, that's also what Islam teaches us to do. If you are able and capable, You are supposed to help those who need your help.
One last question. What is next? How will you develop the outcomes of this summit?
We cannot solve all the problems at one time, but let's prioritize. What are the important ones? So that's what we want to do. And we also would like to have this declaration. Let's hand it over to the United Nations, so that the United Nations is also aware that these problems really exist. And because this is based on our discussion, our summit. It is not something that we imagine.